Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the post-show live chat for the Bachelorette season. What is it now? 21? Oh my goodness, 21. We're almost 50 total seasons of The Bachelor and Bachelorette, not including Bachelor in Paradise and the other spin-offs. How's everyone doing tonight? Oh my, we are back at it, back in Bachelor world, and there's a lot to talk about. Night one of Jenn's season of The Bachelorette. But before we do that, of course, just a couple of rules before we get into everything. Number one, please, no spoilers in the chat unless it's something sleuthed out. We are going to be doing that tonight. We're going to be sleuthing out some of the preview, the season preview, the jam-packed season preview that we got. And number two, be kind to each other. That's it. That's it. That's it for the rules. Basically, just don't get banned, please. Don't violate YouTube policies. But yes, we have a brand new season, a brand new set of guys. Hakeem, one of my favorites. Absolutely delivering pure face all night. Shocked about everything that happened, and shocked to get to be going to Australia. Another thing they're doing right off the bat. They've been catching on to some of our tricks from sorry, my dog almost knocked over my entire setup here. Some of our tricks from sleuthing, figuring out that the tropical locations are often the end game locations, and they're going to send us to a tropical location right away. And AJ, good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. I'm excited for Jenn's journey with them eliminating 7 men tonight. Do you think this season will be shorter than other seasons? No, I don't think this season is going to be shorter than other seasons. I think it's going to be probably on par. We're going to see our 10 to 11 episodes, depending on what they want to do. I do think they want to get the ball rolling, and they might have liked the way it worked with cutting that many men right away. Could have been a budget thing, them wanting to go to Melbourne right away, or what. Could have been they liked how people responded to the number of men being cut. There being less men, easier to focus on other men and get to know them better for a season. I think that does build a better season as well. But we're gonna get our standard amount of episodes that they do. I think we got really spoiled with that like golden era of Bachelor where it was like Hannah Brown season, Peter season. Around there they were like I think really pumping out episodes. We were getting like 13 in a season. Now we're getting around 10. Or so, I think. Maybe they throw in a bonus, in there once in a while to make it 11. But usually that's how it is. And Maria Hernandez, thank you for the super chat. Good to see you as well. Good to be back. See some familiar faces in the chat. So ready for this season. Hope you had a well-deserved break with the fam. Funny seeing relatives of former contestants. Yes, the Aaron, the brother of Noah and Abigail. Wonder why they changed the mansion setting. Let the man tears begin. Yeah, that was another strange thing. The mansion that they used, I believe it was the Listen to Your Heart. If anyone remembers Listen to Your Heart, it was not an amazing show, but I was very happy to watch it because it was right when COVID was starting. That it was like came out that February or something like that. It could be some intern forgot to renew the contract or rent the Bachelor Mansion for that week. Could also be I wonder something to do with them not staying at the mansion. Maybe that was a decision that they made ahead of time that they were going to do this Australia thing, and so they just needed it for one night, and it was, I don't know, easier, more convenient, better for them to just do this for the one night. I don't know. Maybe Bachelor Mansion new owners, renos, not entirely sure. But here we are. Here we are. Am I recapping this season? Absolutely, I'm going to be recapping this season. We're going to be looking at recapping previews, and there's other content coming out as well in the next couple of months for different shows too that I'm going to be covering. But yeah, going to be covering Jenn's season, and we'll be looking at the preview tonight as well. It's a big jam-packed season preview, talking about some of the contenders, which I don't know. Again, I think it's a season of like you kind of just pull through. You get to like these list of the cast, and who here stands out. Who here is actually going to be winning this thing. There's a few like names here that have no screen time whatsoever, or just kind of seem like it's just not going to happen. Other faces we saw in the preview. I think Aaron does a little bit of like snitching. First impression rose guy. Where is he? He's Sam right here. Sam. He drops the early L bomb, and he's got some villainy stuff in there. So maybe he had his stock rising from getting the first impression rose, but is gonna last. We'll talk about that once we get to the preview tonight. But yes, and this also was the sort of the big drama for the evening was this the steal a car moment, steal a bit of time with Jenn from what you meant, the rich guy Jeremy, the real estate investor. I need to look. It doesn't matter how well prepared I am for a season ever. It's never an easy task remembering these people's names. I have to use this cheat sheet with pictures and everything to remember them. But that was the big drama for the night. Both of them, absolutely no chance of making a splash this season, other than with some drama. They'll be there in the mix, maybe for a few more episodes. Maybe if they're lucky, one of them might make it a couple of episodes before Hometowns at best. But absolutely no chance. And LA Broad 72, thank you so much for the super chat. I just wanted to say how happy I am to be back here with everyone, and how disappointed I am Brett was eliminated. Absolute travesty. Brett, who got maybe 2 seconds of screen time, but seemed like such a cool guy, and apparently can do the splits, but we'll never know. Where's Brett here? Brett eliminated. How dare Jenn? There were a couple of the Brendan, the hot pepper guy, probably a safe elimination. Did she get rid of who's the guy who? I'll have to double check. The guy who said he ghosts people all the time is somewhere here. I can't remember who it was, but maybe that if that was the guy who went, maybe that was a good one. But the Brett choice, come on. Now at best we have to hope for a Brett paradise spot. They sometimes give those paradise spots to people who are eliminated night one. Maybe that's our last chance for a Brett. Some quite a few gimmicks too. We got the guy with the bandages over his face, up Hakeem. Your standard Bachelor fare. We're back at it. We're back in business. So, did Dylan get a rose? Yes, Dylan did get a rose. I think he got one of the first ones. One of the first ones. Dylan here. That she handed out, I believe. So, but we'll be as we kind of get into some of there has been one small preview that they showed before this preview that came out online, where we did see stuff like this, where I kind of looked at it and go, oh yeah, they go to Australia, and I was like, well, I wonder if this is going to be like that's far travel. I mean, is that end of the season, or is that maybe right before hometowns? That's traditionally what they do with that kind of travel. But no, it looks like it's going to be right away, and I guess it does make sense. Oh, that is the wrong guy, wrong man, Joey. It does make sense because I think there were some like rugby matches with a bunch of like maybe they're going to do that Bachelor Bowl stuff that they usually do, but with rugby this time in Australia. Big rugby place. Makes a lot of sense. But yeah, very important for any sleuthing that we do is figuring out like where they go and when in a season, and they are throwing caution to the wind and messing around with what they normally do. Going that's like a big flight for a bunch of guys and Jen and a production crew to do right off the bat to Australia. So it'll be an interesting one to sleuth that, and we'll do that soon. We'll take a look at that big preview soon. So, but pretty standard fare, pretty standard fare, and it feels good. Feels good to be back. A few of the guys seemed pretty immature. Seems like it'll bring up drama later. Yes, there and we did see Thomas here. Thomas here in the preview, he is he gets very very upset by a lot of the drama or guys not being here for the right reasons and all that, and that's not a good sign. Never a good sign. This historically, snitching, being in that mode, you get thrown in the drama too. You get sucked in, and you eventually get eliminated as well. And so can't say I have high hopes for Thomas. He seems to be making it a certain way, but it'll pull him away from a hometown spot. That's usually the way it goes. Unless I think there are some seasons where like it's a really special case. Hannah Brown's season, for example, had every guy snitching on Luke P, and including Jed. But that was a special circumstance. And AJ, thank you again for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that. I'm going to have to look back at the season preview, especially the drama section. I want to know more about who Jen's ex is. What is Jen going to do that no Bachelorette has done before? Yes, we got the infamous an ending you'll never see. Something that no Bachelorette has ever done before. We got that with Joey's season, and it can be, it can be true, and it can be one of those things that's just like technically true. Like technically no Bachelorette has ever done this before. But one thing we have seen before is an ex coming back, and apparently he wants to be, but this time he wants to be in on the show. Don't think it's going to be Joey. But that's that's a you know what? Why don't we look at that now? Why don't we look at the preview, because it is a long one, so we'll need to spend a little extra time on it. I'll get that set up. And we can take a look at it, because there is quite a lot to discuss, and this can be a little like preliminary research as we get into it. I'll do a full breakdown of this preview come Wednesday. It is longer than a normal preview, and a lot to go through. but this will be just kind of a first impression bit of sleuthing. Things that we're going to be looking out for: significant one-on-one time with cast members. Normally, I'd be saying anything that looks like Endgame, which is often tropical locations, but not always. But if we can figure out a timeline of who's going where and when, it can really help us figure out who's going to be making it far. I mean, hometown footage, final 3 is the real prime goal. But let's take a look.
I'm so excited and I'm so ready to find love. I feel hopeful that I can find someone who supports me, who understands me, who values me, someone who makes me feel like the best version of me.
So, I mean, I know this is kind of promo footage, but this feels like, I mean, could this be Endgame? We can look here and go, okay, this is the Final Rose location. So it is a tropical location as per normal. I know I'm kind of skipping through to the end, but they did kind of show this at the beginning of the episode as well. But tropical location. So anything, again, we're going to mark down here. Maybe, kind of looking at the decor, some things that initially catch my eye here. You know, the sort of lays, is this a Hawaii kind of thing? Is there other places that could be? These are the kind of things that are going through my mind that I'll start to research as we get into it. Because if we can spot anyone in this location, or someone who is consistently seen in similar locations like this, then we go, okay, there you go, that person, boom, right there. Hakeem, you're in the final 3, because that's they always go to this one location for the final 3 and beyond, and that really helps us narrow things down just by that. But so yeah, this could be similar sort of location. But let's get someone
who makes me feel like the best version of me. Woo!
Traditional skydiving.
What you and I have, to me, feels so special.
Jen is true.
Bandage guy. Here's a one-on-one. We'll pinpoint who this guy is. I feel like we can get a good view. He's got a rose already, meaning that's someone who's going to be making it through their evening. Also means so we can count out, it's confusing what they've thrown in this Australia business at the beginning, because we know this for sure is not the final 3. The dead giveaway is that he has a rose. If it's a final 3 date, you don't get a rose at the end of your dinner. Or a final 2 date. You're not getting roses at that point. So this is not a finale moment, but that Australia thing. And here we can see, if I can get my head out of the way, right behind my head, this is them skydiving in Australia. Just right there. So that'll be next week, or who knows how long they stay in Australia. They're really changing the game up. But there's a connection here with this guy. He's got the earring. I feel like this one won't be too hard to figure out. Earring, general build. If only we had any. Usually takes about 3 or 4, 5, 6. At least 7 to 8 weeks before we kind of actually recognize people. But bandage guy here also in another, this could be Australia. This could be anywhere. This could be hometown. This could be Australia. This could be this could be at the end. That's Jonathan. Jonathan. Now, he is, one thing that like strikes me again as I look at this, possibility for a hometown date. I believe he is from, where is it, California? What does it say on his profile? It says he's from L.A. So it's like, okay, all right, is this L.A.? The bench setting here is like, it's just so, I feel like I say this every season, and every season I do previews. This bench thing is like such a you know, at the end of their date, whatever. That being said, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. But these are the kind of things that are going through my mind here. And another...
Jenn is truly a woman of a man's dreams, you know. She's beautiful, she's kind, she's intelligent.
And there's a... here we've got some buildings. Rendezvous Hotel. Instantly can probably just Google that and figure out exactly where they are at this point in the season. Is this going to be Australia? This feels like this might even be Australia or something. But we'll be I'll be Googling that. And here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 men. So, you know, a couple weeks in. And, you know, again, this could be Australia right here. Definitely feeling the Australia vibes with the koala, you know, date. This seems like such a Bachelor thing that they would do. Have this sort of koala date. Could be a group date, though. Could easily be a group date here. Again, here, another one-on-one at some point with a rose nabbed. This, again, could be Australia. Could be final filming location. But we'll keep here. We've got some Bachelor alum.
Doing nothing but falling in love with you from the
Jason
first
and
time
Molly.
we had a conversation.
Hi. Oh my god.
Charity.
I feel
Kelsey
so
Daisy.
seen by you, and I feel like you're someone who gets me. And that's not an easy
Whole
feeling to
slew
come
of
by.
I'm falling in love with you, Jen.
dates. So, and then here we've got another location here. Seattle. It looks like the Space Needle, just off the top of my head. So okay, there we go. Another location. Probably, you know, I'll double check if this is a potential hometown date, but from the looks of it, I'm thinking this is a location that they go to. So, Melbourne here, you can see in the background, this racing date is in Australia, so that's going to be next date, could be one-on-one, could be, so this could be the same right here. Day portion of the date, and then nope, never mind. I was thinking maybe day portion and night portion, but I think the hair is different for these dates. Here again, could be another group date as well. At the very beginning of the season, sometimes they, for an episode or two, depending on how many guys or you know how they feel, they do 2 group dates, one-on-one for an episode. So this could also be a group date. Just trying to like collect what are going to be high value shots. Here we've got the car guy. Try to say, you know, always keep an eye on the background for any details on where they are. But yeah, some sort of radio date, very common. Sam here, could be a group date as well. Could easily be a group date, but with Jason and Molly showing up. But yeah, over here we've got some...
Feeling to come by.
I'm falling in love with you, Jen.
Could be
And I can see
falling in
myself
love.
being with you for the rest of my life.
I feel very close to you, even in moments where I don't feel like I know myself.
Is it Togai? Devin? He gets a one-on-one. That And then yeah, some more shots, more interesting shots to take a closer look at. Guys dropping the "I am falling in love with you," which is at earliest middle of the season, but could also be right before hometowns, because that's very often where people are trying to jockey for that Final Four spot. And it just seems to be like the way Bachelor minds work, the way like the process like is supposed to be like established, is that you build up the connection, and then right before hometowns you're supposed to be telling the lead that you're falling in love with them, and then somewhere around hometowns to the fantasy suite areas when you say, oh, I'm like fully in love with you, and then you're ready for your engagement. That just seems to be like the way it works, you know? I'm falling in love with you is code word for give me a hometown, and I'm in love with you is let's get to that finale. So this could be that location right before hometowns. Pretty common, but sometimes, you know, people throw that out real early. Sometimes out of desperation. Sometimes they're really overexcited about it. I think the Love Virgin also throws out the L word real early in a shot. But okay, we're still at the whimsical adventure part of the preview.
Because of you. I'm falling for you, and I'm not afraid to say it.
I just feel so hopeful for what's coming at the end of this. What could go wrong?
Drama section. And this seems to be
What is going on? What is...
Jen's ex, which could be, I mean, Australia. Could this guy have really been shipped out by production to Australia? He seems to at least come to the to one of like the cocktail party or something like that.
What's going on? What is he doing to me? Oh my god, I can't do this. This morning, someone from my past flew all the way here. He wants to be with me, and he wants to join this journey.
Oh God, here we go.
So we see here, so Devin's got his rose. So it's from that point. I wonder if this is also Australia too. This is like some shepherd date or whatever, or if they go to New Zealand as well, and because it's right there. And so this kind of, it makes me think that this X thing happens relatively early on. It's my early kind of estimate.
To join this journey.
Oh God, here we go.
You stand no chance.
You're part of the past, and I think you need to go back to the past.
I've dated a lot of toxic men in my past, so I am nervous that history will repeat itself.
So he seems to, this X, whatever this is, he shows up twice. He comes here, and then he also arrives here, and he's either invited to come or by Jen or by production. And production's like, well, come on. Or Jen is like, well, let me think about it. But is he going to stay in the season? I doubt it. I feel like he's, I don't know. I doubt it. There's a lot of talk of toxic X. I feel like it's more of a stirring of drama than an introduction of a potential candidate. But we'll see.
Oh God, here we go.
You stand no chance.
Naturally, the guys are really upset.
That history will repeat itself. I just don't want to choose the wrong person again.
I'm not going to name names, but all the guys aren't here for the right reasons.
You can't drop something like that and not tell me.
I won't name a name. It's for you to figure out.
So there is Noah's brother. He is He's adding himself to... Here, I'm just trying to get in the chat here.
Reasons.
You can't drop something like that
I'm
and not
just
tell
like,
me.
I won't name a name. It's for you to figure out.
I've made the wrong decisions in the past, and I know what a wrong decision feels like, and I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah, so this seems to be the sort of death knell for a lot of contestants in the past, the snitching. I think, was it Aaron? Is that his name? Noah's brother is going to be one of those, like, maybe pre-hometowns, maybe, middle of the pack, gets into this defensive, for the right reasons, snitching thing and is going to go. So, don't have high hopes for him either. But another, here, we're seeing more and more rose ceremony locations.
What a wrong decision.
With, still a substantial still amount of guys here. So, this is still early on. Still somewhat early on. But here we've got Bachelorette Down Under, a group date.
I'm not going to do that anymore.
Jen, I'm already falling in love with you.
Bro, you don't know about love. You're a kid.
You think you're ready for an engagement?
Thomas.
How is your emotional intelligence ready for an engagement?
Sam is the problem.
Thomas getting bothered as well. Caught up in drama usually doesn't last too long, but Sam with the the self-proclaimed love virgin dropping the L-bomb real early.
In love with you.
Bro, you don't know about love. You're a kid.
You think you're ready for
Gotta
an
make that
engagement?
impression, though.
How is your
Is probably one of the most conniving people in this house. Everything he says
I think he says Sam.
is probably one of the most conniving people.
Wait.
Sam.
All right. Which? So I'm getting who? Are there two Sams? Yeah, there are two Sams. So there's Sam M and Sam N. This Sam M got the first impression rose. Sam N got. This is Sam M N. Oh no, this is not going to be good. Sam N, who is getting
Is
chewed out.
probably one of the most
In love with you.
So is it Sam
You don't
N?
know about love. You're a kid.
You think you're ready for an engagement?
Thomas.
How is your
I
emotional
won't.
intelligence ready for an engagement?
Sam is probably one of the most.
Oh, he just says Sam. But I think they touch on both Sams in this moment.
Conniving people in this house. Everything he says, it's calculated.
There's the other Sam.
But why me? How can...
Yeah, I just want to check something out here again, because yeah, it looks. I'm just checking out this little hair thing, because sometimes they like to fake you out, but no, it looks like he drops an L bomb pretty early, and Jen's a little.
It's calculated.
incredulous.
I love you.
But why me?
Love you? Or I mean, unless there's some fancy editing talk about him saying that, like he's talking about Sam saying
You. Falling in love with you.
that, and he goes like, the only way I can wrap my head around it not being him just saying like I love you really early is him saying like, isn't it crazy how this other dude said I love you, but then they just edit it in the preview to make it seem like he's also saying
I love you.
But why me?
But I don't know, maybe that's a stretch. And it does, she does, yeah, I don't know. Either way, I think it maybe doesn't look good for first impression Rose guy in the long run. That first impression Rose might buy him a lot of time, but for someone who just only in this preview is set up in drama and we don't really see him on one-on-ones.
But why me? How can you love me when you don't really know me?
Devin has twisted Jen into his little web of lies.
She doesn't want to be with a boy.
And now Devin's also. So some of this could also be completely edited together.
Really know me.
Devin.
Wait, all right, and I'm also getting confused because, all right, is there more than one Devin on this show too? No. Okay, so no, there's just the one Devin. They just have it on another. Woo!
Has twisted Jen into his little web of lies.
She doesn't
But
want to be with a
Thomas-
boy.
I don't think I'm a boy.
This is all a show to you, bro.
I don't give a about what you guys think.
Shut
And Devin is in the mix too.
the up, everyone.
Maybe it's not in the cards for me to find somebody.
Yeah, some interesting shots here. Crying shots. Bunch of guys. This could be this looks like a potential elimination shot to me. So, I mean, he's also not, I mean, I think this guy here, he's got a rose here, so he gets some of a ways through. But this could be an elimination shot.
I'm not good enough. I also see a future in which I end up alone.
Now here, okay, so this seems to be a group date with a rose on the line. So just making sure we're not just, but, you know, a few people here who we know are on one-on-ones. So, again, if we can figure out the timeline, like, it looks like Devin's here. It's not the same as his other one-on-one.
A future in which I end up alone.
Not the same episode.
I don't like being vulnerable. I feel like it's right to let them in on who I really am. I don't know how to be in a healthy relationship. I don't know how to be what you need me to.
Was that Sam, maybe? Tattoo on arm. Something we can check out here. Definitely looks like this has not ended well. Could be one of those breakups. Again, very common in this show. We have these daytime breakups. Someone's gone to see someone and just like...
Be.
Vậy thì cũng coi như là cũng có plan.
But em nghĩ it's the right choice.
Mẹ tin tưởng.
And again, same, this final location. If we can pinpoint it. The Meet the Family dates, which is final 2.
Cũng có.
Em nghĩ the right. I just feel like my whole life I've been chasing the wrong people, the wrong feelings. I felt like I couldn't be myself. I'm done letting men dictate my relationships.
Here we're gonna get the famous line that we hear every season, and yet it's somehow always true.
No Bachelorette has ever done this before. You sure you want to do this?
I have to choose myself.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm about to do today is something that I never thought that I would ever do, starting this journey.
So again, here's this final location. Tropical water island. See if we can pinpoint an idea of where this could be and match it to any of the other shots, because then that would just be final 3. If a guy can be matched to this location, that's final
Today
3.
is something that I never thought
Really
that I
helps
would ever
our-
do, starting this journey. I know what I want. I have to do what's right for me.
So they had like kind of alluded to this at the very beginning of the episode, this like thing that happens, and when I first saw that, while dramatic, my initial impression of whatever sort of happens at the end is basically what we see most every season, and that's hello? Hello? Oh, man. Dang. Can people hear me? Hello? I mean, I'm still here. I still see chat. Hello? What's going on here? Here, let me, Hi. Are we back? That is so weird. That is so weird that happened. They're trying to shut us down. That's so strange. So I just saw chat go crazy, and then nothing changed on my end. I was just sitting here like, what's going on? What's happening? And then I like got an email, and I see what happened, which is, you know, unfortunate, but a first, but unfortunate. Louis Bond, thank you. Thank you. We have an imposter in the chat. Yes, they I don't know what it was. That's such a strange. I got a notification that the stream was interrupted, but will be back when when material's no longer being streamed. So okay, woohoo! That's a first. We'll see if that continues to happen. And then I would like immediately went to check my YouTube like creator studio, and nothing seemed to be off. Nothing seemed to be strange. We were getting too close to the truth. Too close to the truth. To the truth. So yeah. Where was I? I have completely no idea. I just saw chat freak out. So basically what we are looking at now is that's never happened before. But what I'll be doing for here, why don't we do this? I'm in a, it's very risky, but we've got this here. I'm gonna try to here. Why don't we do this? Will be really sneaky. I'm gonna do here. Can everybody see this really small thing? Here. Oh. Now it'll be right above my head. Okay. Everyone can see? Oh, we'll be looking at this. I'm also gonna like scrub it really fast, like totally. It'll be totally fine. I'm playing with fire already. But I'm going to be looking at these like dates and things, trying to pinpoint like any potential timeline of locations. Who's going to be around for, I think there's like little part like here. We've got a top 18 or whatever it was to help us like dwindle down, and then see if we see who's vibing with people who are in a bunch of one-on-one shots and not in a lot of drama, but you know, drama can be 50-50. Sometimes you can be in drama, but if you're also in a bunch of like romantic date shots, then you know that doesn't exclude you from being in like the top 4, for example. Yeah, might have been the music. Sometimes it's the music that really nabs you. I try to like, yeah, keep the clips short if we can, but I wonder if like the VOD is gonna come, like what the VOD will be like, if it's just gonna be like interrupted. I have no idea what you all saw on your end as well. No idea. So it's gonna be. Who knows? Who knows? Or if there's or if they're just gonna cut out like a bunch of it, or just like a little bit of it, or something. I have no clue because nothing on my end was like interrupted. But anyways, try to pinpoint who's looking good here, and see if we can come up with the top 4. I mean, we can just kind of go through each and every guy before we kind of like finish off the stream. This time by choice, like go through each of the guys. Aaron, right here, the Noah, he's perfect for Paradise. I've heard different things about Paradise. I'd say that there's a good chance, like it's not canceled. It's just going to come back. I heard some like rumors about Paradise also being maybe like the new ownership too, and that messed around with film. I don't know, but perfect Paradise material, but middle of the season at best, before hometowns. No chance of a hometown date. Austin, this guy, he seemed to be on a one-on-one at some point. I think from his hair, so that he could be in the mix, but I don't know about hometown spot or anything like that. I'm not feeling it. I think Brennan was eliminated. Brett was eliminated. Brian, no shot. The steal a car guy. No. I think he was eliminated. Devin's on a one-on-one. Dylan, strong first episode. Grant, I think, is he? He was in a bunch of shots. I think Grant has could be in the mix. Hakeem, sorry buddy. John, I don't even know. I don't even know who this is. Don't know who you are. When this person wins, I'm gonna be. Were they eliminated tonight? Yeah. Then the Austin thing could be like that. Could be from a group date too. Jeremy, no chance. John, not sure. Jonathan, J-O-O-on. He's in the mix, I think. Kevin, again. Marcus, strong first night. I think he's potentially in the mix. Who we've got of guys like in the mix that I've said before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 that could be good. Marvin, Matt, Mose, Sam. First impression was, but no. Sam N, no. Spencer gets a rose at some point, maybe a one-on-one, but there's that potential elimination shot. Puppy guy. Sorry. And Thomas just gets too caught up in. So there are first impression off of the night or whatever. 6 guys. There you go. And we can kind of look to see more detail from the preview to see if they're going to go the distance. But there are 6 men that I'm looking at, intently, and we'll see if there's any evidence of something further. But right off the vibe check from the episode and the initial look at the preview, those are 6 guys, I think, that I'm keeping my eyes open towards. But we'll see. I'll do a much further and more detailed breakdown of the preview, and they'll try as they might to stop me. I'm gonna do it anyway and get it done. That'll be on Wednesday. Tomorrow there's gonna be a recap video out for the episode, covering everything that happened, again in further detail, with silly stupid memes all over the place, and we've got another season. We're gonna be back next week again, doing more live streams, and we'll see. we'll see what happens there. We'll see if we get shut down again. Oh man, they're not gonna bring us down. It's gonna take a lot more than that. Anyway, time to get some beauty rest for everybody. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for for those who stuck around after that, whatever that was. And we'll see what the VOD's like. Sorry, VOD people, if that got messed up. I have no clue. This is a first. Thank you everyone who super chatted, who chatted. Thank you everyone who's lurked, just stuck around, and been a part of this. A new season is off and running now, and there's other stuff I'm looking to cover as well. There are other shows coming out. I think there's like a UK Love Is Blind I might check out next month. There's always going to be a new Love Is Blind. Other stuff I'll be seeing, and come the like sort of end of the year. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything, but there's going to be a lot more full-time daycare in my life, which means potentially more time to cover more stuff. So, thank you all. Have a wonderful night, everybody, and see you tomorrow for a video. Another video after that on the preview, and then on to another week. So, until next time, Bachelor Fan Take out. Don't know why I got all blurry there. They're trying to shut off my camera!